Hey guys, here is part 2 of my Q&A. First, I just want to say that this viewer cube art consists of 2 cube arts that were sent in. The first one is by Perfect Pancakes TV, who submitted a really cool pattern. However, my camera died halfway through me actually making the cube art, so it's gonna cut off halfway through. I really do apologize. It was actually really hard to make, but a really cool finished product. But I do have a picture of the finished product. So I really do apologize for that. So go check out Perfect Pancakes TV's channel. And then the second one, I got the whole entire thing because I charged my camera before. And it is a Yoshi by the Rubik's Cube. No, sorry, by the Rubik's Card 101. And so they submitted a Yoshi. So now on to the questions. I'm going to try and get through this really quickly. Last time I left off on Confused Asian. I answered all those questions. But so we left off on Angus Hanley. And they asked, what got you into cubing? And I've already answered that, so if you want to know the answer to that question, check out part 1. Rubik's DS says, do you play Minecraft? I actually got Minecraft 2 days ago, and so if you want me to play with you, just add me on Skype. My information is in the description. SpyDow says, do you have any other hobbies besides cubing? I do. I like video games, I like chess, and that's pretty much it. Just video games, chess, and Rubik's Cubes. Pretty weird hobbies. Next question by CubesBork. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And 17. That's the answer to that. CubeSub1 asks, do you speak any other languages than English? In school I take Spanish. I'm in Spanish 4 honors. I'm not that great at it because Google Translate saves the day every single day. But I understand Spanish if you were to have the thing written down, but I can't speak it like fluently. So if you're asking what language I speak fluently other than English, I don't, but I understand Spanish. CrapCuber asks, where did you get your intro? My cousin made it for me. He's not making any other intros. But I guess if you would pay him, he might. But if you want information on that, add me on Skype. Again, information in the description. Cool1138 asks, 3x3 versus 2x2. Not really sure what you mean by that, but my 3x3, I'm just going to say my favorite 3x3 and my favorite 2x2. Favorite 3x3 is my Black Banshee, which I just unboxed. Go ahead and check out that unboxing on the top left by clicking that annotation. And my favorite 2x2 is my Wit 2 colored. I'm not sure if it's V1 or V2, but I think it's V1. But if you're asking which one I think is better, or which one I like more, it would be 3x3. BCuber99 asks, how did you get into cubing? So actually, there's one thing I want to mention about how I got into collecting cubing. Last year, I saw a video of a collection video of this guy who had over 140 puzzles, and I kind of set a goal saying I would get there and get more than 140, and so I, of course, have more than 140. I have over 200 puzzles right now, so that's a little interesting fact of how I got into collecting. Next few questions are by BGDGYFER. They ask, do you like turtles? I actually love turtles. They're one of my favorite animals. Then they ask, favorite 3x3 or Black Banshee, which I just unboxed. Then they asked, Banshee or Fangkun, and I actually looked it up, and supposedly the Fangkun is supposed to be a little like it's supposed to be like a smoother Banshee. I've actually never heard of it, but I'm going to get one of those because it seems pretty cool. So I will let you know about that when I unbox it in the future. Then they ask, what 2, V1 or V2? I don't really know the differences between them. I'm not sure if I have a V1 or a V2, so I can't really answer that. Then they ask MF8 Megaminx V1, V2, or V3. Well, I only have V2 and V3, but I would have to pick V3 because it's a lot smoother, and I love the tiles, and it's a big difference from the V2 to V3, and they really improved the mechanism. Then they ask favorite food. That would be turkey sandwiches. Favorite snack, goldfish. I actually have a boatload of goldfish in a drawer in my nightstand next to me. Favorite cubing store, e3cubestore.com. If you want to know more about that, go watch Viewer Cube Art number 2 because I talk about their store in that video. Then George Headbanger asks the next 3 questions. How do people react when you're cubing? Usually people are amazed. They always ask, like, is there a formula? Can you teach me? Like, are there different patterns? And then the really funny thing is that when I get out my 2x2 and then my 3x3, they assume that the 2x2 is a lot harder than the 3x3, but I don't really know what goes through their head when they're thinking that, because I don't know why they think a 2 would be easier than, it would be harder than a 3, but then they always think that they could do the 2x2 because first they say it's hard because they first think it's easy, and they actually try it, and then they say it's impossible, and then they assume that it's harder than a 3x3, which I think is kind of stupid. But I brought my 9x9 a few days ago, and people were really amazed by that. Even a teacher, or a substitute, complimented me on it and said it was really amazing. So that's how people react to cubing. Then they ask, how long have you been cubing? I learned in 5th or 6th grade, and then I stopped in 7th. And no, I kept doing it in 7th. I stopped in 8th and 9th, and then I continued in 10th and 11th. Do you like Star Wars? Never seen the movie, so I can't really say, but I love Star Wars Battlefront, the game, on PS2. I'm probably going to watch the movies soon. All-time favorite TV series, I have a few. American Dad, Family Guy, South Park, The Office, and Walking Dead. Favorite 4x4, 3x3, and 2x2. Harry Griggs asks that. Favorite 4x4, Shangsha, 3x3, Zanchi, 2x2, Wit 2. And the question before that, asking about my favorite TV series, was Mr. Ray's. Then Remy Sabahi says, what's your Rest of Your Mama joke? Have you been to any competitions? I have not. How many and which ones? I have not, so I won't answer that last one. My best Your Mama's joke is, your mama's so ugly, not even goldfish smile back. Next, Justin Meloke or something asks, who taught you on how to solve a Siamese cube? I actually forgot. You can just look up a simple tutorial on YouTube though. Next, Spydal, what cube would you take to a desert? I would take a Zanchi, or just a regular 3x3, preferably a Zanchi, but any 3x3 would do, because I would practice until I beat the world record, which was actually beaten a few days ago by, I forgot his name, but, or I know his name, but I can't pronounce it, but they solved it in 5.55 seconds, beating Felix Zamdeg's record of 5.66, so if you want to look at that video, go ahead and click on the mystery video link in the outro. The last question by George Headbanger, who's your favorite YouTube cuber? That would be, I have 3. My all-time favorite is JR Cuber. Then next to, second behind him is Crazy Bad Cuber, and then third would be Algorithmist. So those are my favorite cubers. Those are all the questions I got. Thank you guys for all the questions. This is probably a long video. I don't even know how long this has been so far, but way too long than I was expecting. So thanks for your questions. Thank you for your submissions. Again, thanks for the Rubik's Card 101 and Perfect Pancakes TV. If you want to submit your own, go ahead and look in the description. I have a few different ways of how you could submit your keywords. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want me to do another one of these, just leave a comment below. Also, give me some feedback on whether or not you like this Q&A. And so that's all I have to say. So hope you guys have a great weekend. Look out for another viewer cube art dedicated to JR Cuber for his 1,000 subscriber contest. Look out for that in the future, hopefully this weekend or sometime before the 19th of March. So look out for that. Have a great weekend, and thank you for watching.